Yo, we knew it. We knew it the whole time. We talked about it yesterday. We knew Joe was gonna pardon Hunter, okay? But you know who didn't know? Apparently, you know who had no idea? The left. Apparently the left for months had been grandstanding on this whole premise of not pardoning Hunter as the basis for them being consistent in the rule of law no matter who it's applied to, okay? And apparently this is a big identity point for the left to differentiate themselves from the right, and it just crumbled before their eyes. And it is hilarious to watch the response from everyone on the left that thought that the game was real, right? So let's see. Jon Stewart hilariously decimates Democrats over the Hunter Biden pardon. Joe Biden tried to slip through a pardon of his son on holiday weekend and then fly off to Angola, perhaps hoping that nobody would notice. That didn't work as well as he'd hoped. You had folks from George Washington law professor Jonathan Turley to election analyst Nate Silver ripping the pardon, with Silver suggesting he might throw over the Democrats because of it. He even called for people not to vote for any Democrat that didn't rebuke the pardon. White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre stumbled all over herself trying to explain it. It was one of her most ridiculous responses ever, saying that he believes in truth because that's what he said in the words of the pardon. Yes, Karine, but you guys have been lying for months, so talking about the truth and being truthful are two very different things, lady. Media, meanwhile, tried to avoid calling the grotesque flip-flop a lie. MSNBC's Morning Joe tried to bury it. But Jon Stewart just wrecked them in a truly funny bit on his show, skewering their claim to any kind of moral authority, which they are always falsely pitching and laying out the breadth of their hypocritical pardon. Dude, it cracks me up. You love to see it. Oh my gosh, dude. Man, Jon Stewart ripped them a new one. And you know what? Honestly, they deserve it, dude. Yo, let's watch this, man.
Rule of law. Finally, Democrats have a moral perch from which they can judge without shame, hypocrisy, or nuance.
Breaking news, President Biden has issued a pardon for his son Hunter Biden.
Mother... We were so close.
No, you weren't.
But you know what? Get fine. It's good. It's right. It's his right. He's an 82-year-old man. Doesn't want to spend the rest of his life visiting his son in prison. Republicans get away with this shit all the time. I'm sure the pardon is a narrowly written, precisely drawn farewell note of compassion for a loved one.
The pardon sweeping, covering offenses that Hunter Biden, quote, has committed or may have committed or taken part in over the past 11 years.
Years is a very specific and not rounded amount of time. So, Hunter, I'll give you a pardon. A few years, 5 years, 10 years. It needs to be 11.
What? Like, dude.
And if you would be so kind, make sure this upcoming New Year's Eve is also covered. Shit's going to get crazy.
Oh my God. All right.
I didn't know pardons could cover crimes you may have committed.
No, for real. We said that yesterday.
I'm surprised Biden didn't include the phrase on Earth 1 or any of the Earths in the multiverse.
Dude, dead ass, bro. Yo, were we not saying that yesterday when we read 11 years? God damn, man. 11 years for crimes he may have committed? Whoa, dog. I don't even know if that's legal. I mean, you're really pushing the boundaries of what has been set in terms of precedent that a pardon can cover. You know what I mean? Dude. He joked about how narrowly written and then played a clip showing that it was covering 11 years. His face on that was great. Yeah, of course. Yeah, we just saw it. The Democrats are pulling out the Charles Kushner pardon as an excuse, but Kushner served his time in prison. Hunter didn't. Plus, there's the question about foreign influence peddling that may touch Joe. So the pardon also could be him attempting to protect himself. As Jon Stewart said, it's the Democrats who made this the line of morality, so they messed this up. The bottom line, they never had the moral high ground. It was always an act and a lie. Bro, we say that all the time. It was always performative, man. You wanna know how you know it's performative? What's going on with the homeless situation in California, huh? Are they fixing it? Are they getting them mental health? Are they getting them help? No, they're giving them free drugs, they're giving them free scripts, and they're making it illegal to clean them off the streets. They just changed it. They just reversed. Finally, they just reversed. But dude, for years, that was the whole game. And it's like, dude, these people talk empathy, talk empathy, talk empathy. And then it's hand them free needles. Oh, make an open air drug market. Oh man, let people kill themselves using drugs and robbing people's cars, bipping and all that. Dude, are you kidding me, dude? It's false empathy. It's fake. And yo, I figured out why Joe had the 11-year pardon, guys. I figured this out, man, and you will not believe it, dude. This is from the Oversight Committee, House Oversight Committee, dude. This is a timeline of the Biden family crimes. And you know what? Now, the 11 years covers a little bit before this starts, so that really makes me wonder what we don't know. But it really kind of puts a lot of this into perspective, right? So let's go ahead and break this down. This is from the whitehouse.gov. I got a link in the description for you guys. The Biden influence peddling timeline. United States House Committee on Oversight and Accountability. Since taking the gavel in January, the Committee on Oversight and Accountability has accelerated its investigation of the Biden family's domestic and international business practices in order to determine whether the Biden family has been targeted by foreign actors. President Biden is compromised and our national security is threatened. Records obtained through the committee's subpoenas to date reveal that the Bidens and associates have received over $20 million in payments from foreign entities. Below is a timeline that details key dates in our investigation. The main points of interest are Romania. On September 28, 2015, Vice President Biden welcomed Romanian President Klaus Iohannis to the White House. Within 5 weeks of that meeting, a Romanian businessman involved with a high-profile corruption prosecution in Romania, Gabriel Popoviciu, began depositing a Biden associates into a Biden associates bank account, which ultimately made their way into Biden family accounts. Popoviciu made 16 of the 17 payments, totaling $3 million to the Biden associate account while Joe Biden was vice president. The Biden family accounts ultimately received approximately $1.038 million. The total amount from Romania to the Biden family and their associates is over $3 million. So I guess what they're saying is these were sloshed between different accounts. And originally it was put into an associated account, maybe separated a little down the chain, and then made its way into Biden family bank accounts. Here's another one. China, CEFC, on March 1st, 2017. Less than 2 months after Vice President Joe Biden left public office, State Energy HK Limited, a Chinese company, wired $3 million into a Biden associates account. This is the same bank account used up in the above Romania section. After the Chinese company wired the Biden associate $3 million, the Biden family received approximately $1 million over a 3-month period from different bank accounts. Oh my geez, this is wild, dude. Additionally, the CEFC chairman gives Hunter Biden a diamond worth $80,000. Lastly, CEFC creates a joint venture with the Bidens at the summer of 2017. The timeline lays out WhatsApp messages and subsequent wires from the Chinese to the Bidens of $100,000 and $5 million. The total amount from China, specifically with CEFC and their related entities to the Biden family and their associates, are $8 million. $8 million from foreign governments. Now we have 2 foreign governments altogether giving Biden way more than he was ever going to make just from the salary from the position as vice president. Now, you know there's other stuff going on and there shouldn't be, right? Because lobbies and that whole entrenched position. But this is how much money Biden is making completely outside of his job selling influence. And look at the timeline. Look at the timeline. 2015. Look over here. Kazakhstan. April 2014. Keynes Rakishev, a Kazakhstani oligarch, used his Singaporean entity, Navitas Holdings, to wire one of Hunter Biden's Rosemont Seneca entities $142,000. The very next day, on April 23rd, 2014, the Rosemont Seneca entity transferred the exact same amount of money to a car dealership for a car for Hunter Biden. Hunter Biden and Devon Archer would represent Burisma in Kazakhstan in May/June of 2014 as the company attempted to broker a three-way deal among Burisma, the Kazakhstan government, and Chinese state-owned energy. Wow. So the Biden family is involved in the exact same type of neoliberal establishment consolidation of the global economy that the banks are trying to push. No wonder they've gotten away with it for so long. They're essentially working, whether they realize it or not, with these foreign entities and getting money for them to assist and grease the wheels for the banking cartel's desire to reestablish and restructure the global economy. Wow, dude. Wow, man. Dude, no one, and now we see why Burisma was being investigated in Ukraine when Biden was vice president, and then he called Burisma to get that investigation shut down. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember he was on stage and he said, trust me, y'all are not getting that $1 billion. If he's still prosecuted, y'all are not getting that $1 billion. He hung up hour later. Prosecutor was gone, right? Right? Dude, Burisma Holdings. That's what this was all about. Remember his son was on the board of Burisma? Dude, Hunter is man, this is wild, bro. Ukraine. Devon Archer joined the Burisma board of directors in spring 2014 and was joined by Hunter Biden shortly after. Yep. Hunter Biden joined the company as counsel, but after a meeting with Burisma owner Mykola Zolevsky in Lake Como, Italy, he was elevated to the board of directors in spring of 2014. Dude, there's no way this looks right. Dude, oh my jeez. Both Biden and Archer were each paid $1 million per year for their positions on the board of directors. In December 2015, after a Burisma board of directors meeting, Zlochevsky and Hunter Biden called D.C. in the wake of mounting pressures the company was facing. Zalewski was later charged with bribing Ukrainian officials $6 million in an attempt to delay or drop the investigation into his company. The total amount from Ukraine to the Biden family and their associates is $6.5 million. Wow, dude. Wow, man. This is wild. 14 was a year for them, dog. Oh my gosh. Russia on February 2014. They're wheeling and dealing all over the world. You talking about Trump and Russia? Jesus. Russia, February 2014. A Russian oligarch and Russia's richest woman, Layina Baturina, wired a Rosemont Seneca entity $3.5 million. On March 11th, 2014, the wire was split up. $750,000 was transferred to Devon Archer, and the remainder was sent to Rosemont Seneca Bohai, a company Devon Archer and Hunter Biden split equally. In the spring of 2014, Yelena Baturina joined Hunter Biden and Devon Archer to share a meal with then Vice President at a restaurant in Washington, D.C. The total amount from Russia to the Biden family and their associates was $3.5 million. And it looks like it didn't get them much, though. It looks like it didn't. Well, I don't know. I'm not educated enough to say, but I mean, Russia's not necessarily in the best spot with the U.S. dog, and they're out there paying $3.5 million for a meeting with President Biden. Dude, I heard a call where there was this I think it was a Chinese businessman, a rich dude or whatever, and he was talking to Hunter. Messages. I saw messages, and he was talking to Hunter about wanting to get in touch with or pass a message through to Biden, and then in the call. He had Biden say something, or he had Biden pop in to say something, or over the messages he made like a reference to Biden, dude, basically, it looks like Hunter Biden and Joe Biden were scamming oligarchs around the world for quote unquote access, okay? And they give them what they could, but if what they could get away with was just FaceTime for some money and trade, that's what they would take. And so I'm not sure every single meeting here resulted in major policy shift. We know there was stuff going on with Burisma. Biden straight up admitted what he was involved with in Burisma. But some of this stuff, and especially some of the messages that I was seeing and stuff like that, it seemed like they were using their position to try to scam oligarchs, saying, hey, oh, yeah, no, we're in the administration. We'll put a good word in. Yeah, a couple million here. Yeah, you sit down with Biden for 5 minutes. You know what I mean? And yeah, no, we got your back. We're gonna say some things to the right people. We'll see what happens. We'll grease some wheels. We'll see what happens. You know what I mean? That really seemed like the game that they were playing. You know what I mean? And so I'm not sure how much actually happened on the world stage outside of Burisma or outside of some of these earlier in Romania. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not sure how much outside of those actually ended up moving things on the world stage. You get what I'm saying? But it's crazy the amount of money they were pulling in from foreign governments. And it's crazy how hard and how long they tried to hide it. Here it is out in our face. It's to the point where the walls were closing in on the investigation so hard that Joe had to pardon Hunter. Dude, and then when you look at their history, of course they're going to lie to us and say they're going to pardon Hunter. Of course Joe was going to lie and say, if Kamala Harris disagrees, I'll just pretend I'm sick and drop out, and then fight when they tried to coup him out. You get what I'm saying? Dude, these people have no integrity. As you can see here, there's no integrity. This whole thing is a complete lack of integrity, dude. And like I said, the vibe I got with them trying to even scam some of the foreign oligarchs they were getting money from, it's crazy. And then the internal messages of Hunter Biden throwing all that shade to Joe Biden, to his own family. Dude, this is the kind of hyena pit these people live in, man. They have no friends. They do not feel safe anywhere they go. And they don't even like each other, dude. But anyway, yeah, this is basically why the pardon went back so far and covered things that we both know and don't know. And is it even legal? That's a good question. I have no idea, man. I'm really hoping that this gets in front of a court and maybe we can actually get some precedent set here that might be able to limit presidential pardon powers. But who knows, man. But anyway, thank you so much for joining me, guys. This is the last one for the day. I thought it was a real interesting angle to take on this, but I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much.